So today I'm just trying to get the mesh and the slats attached to the midsection, um, and I'm just trying to do it in such a way that I can remove it afterwards. So it's a removable slat mesh belt. Traditionally, what they used to do was they just, they just like rivet the slat straight on, and it would attach directly onto the upper collar here. So this is the upper collar, and it would just, the whole thing would just be attached there. And the only way you could get that off was to remove the entire collar, upper collar, and that was the only way you could do it. So what I'm planning to do is try and just make an assembly that's not attached to the collar but attached to the mesh. So I'm trying to get these slats to attach to the mesh and be removable. So I can just have a kind of mesh slat belt. So what I've done, what I figured out was the way to do that in order to have slats and mesh stuck together as a belt was to use rivets, the actual rivets themselves, with some bits of Meccano to act as washers. So that's some chopped up bits of Meccano. So I've got some more down here. So I've got a whole container full of Meccano, which comes in handy. Loads of it here. But you can chop it up, and that's what I've been using it for washers, which are thin enough. I didn't want very thick washers. So they are ideal for attaching your slats to your mesh. The only other problem was how to join two pieces of mesh together. So it's one continuous belt, because you can't really put, you need to have the mesh in sections so it goes uniformly all the way around the midsection, and it's just it was a bit of a mystery on how to actually join two parts together with rivets. But again, I figured out that the best way to do it was to just tape them together. So that's actually two parts. There's two pieces of mesh, two separate sections, and I just tape them together, and then just use the same principle with the washers and the rivets to join them together. So that's a pretty good join. They're overlapping, and it's a pretty strong join. So I think that's what I'm going to do with the whole lot, to make it a sturdy mesh belt that I can take off. And the reason I want to take it off is so I can service it, paint it and stuff. It's just easy to paint stuff without having to take the whole collar off as well. And if there's any breakages with slats and stuff like that. So anyway, let's just see if we can get this to work.